Alright, so like I said, as long as this keeps going, and it probably will, I'm just going to keep making these. And the more information I find, the more I'm going to put out to you guys, okay? So, just to start, um, you can see where if your family for, whether it's a satanic ritual abuse type of program, MK Ultra, or if you just come from a long line of bootleggers, let's say, okay, and you're the one, you got picked, you're going to be targeted right off the bat. All your friends, they're friends of your families, or they're family members of your family's friends, and so their kids are going to mess with you, the local gangs, which is also, they're going to try and gaslight you. You're going to get into fights, which is going to put the police pressure on you, all right? And then if you go into the military or any government type of work, the military and the three-letter agencies are going to be looking at you, and secret societies exist from the gangs all the way through those other three entities I just mentioned. All right? So that's how someone can look really bad, really easy, just like that. I mean, that's the basic way to put it. Like I said, if you're an SR, got sold off to the mob, or for SRA, satanic ritual abuse, or something like that, you're going to get targeted by the local gangs and the other families' kids, which is going to get you attention from the police, and then if you go into the military or any government agencies, those people are going to get attention, and it's all going to pass word, and secret societies exist all the way through that. So, I mean, that's the easiest way to put it. If you don't think, if you're still doubting this, I mean, you're in on it, or you're a fool. But there are federal cases against AT&T, well, not AT&T, but there's federal cases, there's state cases, U.S. District Court cases against AT&T, NYPD, the federal government, NSA, CIA, FBI, FCC, NASA, the Freemasons, multiple city and state governments in Nevada, Texas, California, the Atlanta Police Department, Microsoft, Microsoft and Amazon and others are competing for a really big government contract worth like $600 billion, okay? All the way down to Macy's Retail. There's a case against Obama and the Obama administration, okay? And those are I just got tired of writing. But those are all for targeting Americans. All those entities have targeted Americans, and those people went, you know what, fuck you. I'll take your ass to court. And like I said, I've already contacted the three-letter agencies about hacking of my email, my phone, having the camera and the microphone going, harassment in 3 different states, all 3 apartments, and one I just reported the entire fucking city. I'll let you guess which one that was. And even one of my family members. I have no love for you. If you've done this to me, I'm coming for you. I've already contacted these agencies. So you better, if you've been involved with my case personally, you better watch your ass. Like I said, I'm done fucking around. Okay? So those are the ones I just could write and fit on the page. You still have people that are gaslighting, instigating, old folks, middle-aged folks about my age, young adults, late teens, early 20s, use of your spouse or your children as bait. You get into an argument with the kid or the wife or the husband, and the wife or the husband will come in backing them up, but they weren't there. They're just there they're scripted. And if you really want to hear some shit, I was in uniform when this happened to me. As others in the NSA, in the CIA, in the FBI, and others in the military were targeted during their time in uniform or agency and after. There's some people that have lost their pension because they were getting screwed with while they were in. They were getting screwed with on the way out. They were getting screwed with for exposing that they were getting messed with the whole time they were in and after they got out, so they just took their pension. So if you don't think there's a deep state and a shadow government and secret groups in the background, you're wrong. And it seems like they're getting more and more powerful. And the people that You know, everybody does their dirt, I suppose, but you got people that walk a fairly straight line. They're the ones getting fucked with more and more and more. And it's like I said, it's all under the guise of anti-terrorism and anti-violence and all this nonsense. There's something called Operation Vigilant Eagle, which is an FBI and a DHS program that's supposed to identify and prevent violence. Well, basically, it's geared towards combat veterans, like I've said before in other videos about the electronic harassment and the targeting. It's geared towards combat veterans returning home, and it's an extremist probe. And of course, people that have gone to combat or have gone to other types of operations in other countries, they're going to start to see through some of the smoke screen that some of y'all will never, ever, ever, ever know for a fact. And that's what makes things like this so deniable for them, and it's so easy for them to call you a traitor or to label you somehow as an extremist or an anarchist or anti-government. And all it really is they say it's towards white supremacists and sovereign groups, which basically they'll live here and they'll pay money, but they're not going to identify themselves. They won't carry a driver's license. You know, they're relatively peaceful groups that want to live in the U.S., but they don't identify themselves as a U.S. citizen under this government. So that's what it is, man. Like I said, I'm going to keep going. As long as it keeps going on me, I'm going to keep going until the day I die, which could be today, it could be tomorrow, it could be 10, 20, 30 years from now. Who knows? But I'm not going to die of natural causes. These people can make it look like you've had a heart attack, like I've said. They can make it look like you've had an aneurysm. They can poison you. You know, they can use that electromagnetic force and radiation and all that to give you cancer, to knock yourselves out. I don't care. I don't care. But that's what it is. We're being targeted. Combat veterans returning home from overseas, from operations. We see through the smoke screen. You know, I can tell you personally, all you got to do is watch a casino go down in Vegas and then watch the World Trade Towers. Now, that doesn't mean that it's too easy for a sleeper cell to slowly engage and do something like that. And then, because if anybody tries to stop them, they'll just cry racism and foul and get that person fired. So, was it an inside job? You bet your sweet ass. Does that mean the U.S. government did it themselves? I'm not saying that. What I am saying is I've seen too much and I know too much to say, oh yeah, the plane's going up on whatever 100th floor, that's what caused the towers to drop. Bullshit. There were charges on multiple floors, guaranteed. That looked just like a staged demolition in Vegas. I lived around that area my whole life off and on. And anybody in demolition will tell you that. So, because we see through the smoke screen, those are the people that get targeted. On top of if you've been sold off to organized crime for whatever reason, whether it was a drug debt or you dropped somebody, sent somebody to a boss, you sent a boss to jail or prison, federal prison, or whatever the case is. You can see, like I'll say it again one more time. If you were sold off to organized crime or you were part of a satanic ritual abuse program or MK Ultra, for whatever reason, then you get messed with by the local gangs and the other families' children. Those are the ones that are going to hang out with you, but they're going to dog you your whole life, and you're not going to know why, and your parents are going to bullshit you because they've sold you out. And then you get police attention, and then if you go into government agencies or the military or both, you're going to get targeted more there because the word travels as you get older, because secret societies exist in all those areas I've mentioned. So that's what it is. Look up Operation Vigilant Eagle. It was first mentioned in April of 2009. Good stuff, right? It's all bullshit. The Patriot Act, HR 838, Operation Vigilant Eagle. It's designed to target people that see through the nonsense, see through the smokescreen, and refuse to conform. Because it is, just like Bush said in 91, it was March or April of 91, look it up. Bush Sr., a new world order, when it's successful, and it will be. Look all that stuff up.